learn some seduction skills. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's stop the cap. That could be going to the gym. That could be showing up. That could be smelling good. That could be how you talk to him, right? If you're combative, because for right reasons, maybe you're actually right. Maybe he actually doesn't do what he's supposed to do. But if you're combative, the fact that you're right will go out the window.
Oh, it's not going to help your situation.
He's going to respond back to your combativeness either by shutting down or running away from you. All right? It's a vicious cycle. All right. I said, all right. Where's my Where's my R? Anyway, my husband no longer desires me. Let's talk about this. This one is a little bit long. Let me just see something here. So make sure at one point here. My husband no longer desires me. My husband, 34 years old, and I am 32 years old. I've been together 10 years and married for 6 years. No kids, and we own a house together. A few years ago, he made a necessary career change that required him to earn another college degree. During that time, our relationship really suffered. Oh, right? He had to prioritize the schoolwork over our relationship, while I handled all other aspects of our life independently, working full-time to financially support us, house maintenance, caring for dogs, keeping up social life, planning vacations, and doing shopping for 3 years. Sound like privileged people. But what? After he graduated, he immediately took a high-stress, salaried position that requires many overtime hours each time.
Oh my God.
Each week. I had hoped that after school, we could get back to spending more time together, but that hasn't been the case. It seems like all he's interested in is working and playing video games. On my days off, I fix things around the house. On his off days, he either doesn't get dressed and naps all day, or goes out drinking with his work buddies, not getting home till evening.
Oh no.
Evening. Anyway, let's continue. We did marriage counseling for a few months, but he wanted to quit because it wasn't helping. These are my issues with marriage counseling. Okay, but anyway, let's keep going. I would never discount marriage counseling. I just think people misuse it the wrong way. We're communicating better, but he still can't seem to grasp what I mean when I say I want to feel like he wants me. Yeah, that's some weird shit that women do. But anyway,
Excuse me.
He doesn't initiate conversation with me unless he's venting about his job. He only independently handles one chore around the house, setting out the garbage bins. Since me being busy all the time, but he doesn't offer to help. Then he complains that I'm never in the mood to be physically intimate.
Hello.
I'm nearing the end of my patience at this point. I love him. But, anytime you use but, by the way, everything before that is negative, okay? I'm not in love with or attracted to him at all right now.
She's saying the truth.
I find myself dreaming about running away to start a new life.
Yep.
I'm scared to be alone, but I just dread spending time with him anymore. I don't feel like there's hope for me either way. Your take, my love?
Look, this is what I say when it comes to, it's easy for couples to grow apart. They don't understand, while you're chasing your dreams, okay, you have to be aware that you have somebody else in a relationship with you. And it's your responsibility to make sure you make time for that person. Yes.
Who is you, man or woman?
Either be a man or a woman.
Okay.
Because today's world, people are so career driven and everything else suffers. They don't even have children. Think about it. If they have children, what would have happened? They have dogs. She said they didn't have any kids, but you know they have
No kids, yeah. You pick these things up better than me. I'm reading it.
Because I can just imagine if you work so hard that you're burnt out, there's no way you will have time for your marriage. It's absolutely no time. But he has time to play video games.
Yes,
Did
but
you
that's
hear
video
that part?
games. Do you think if you come and wave your booty in front of me while I'm playing video games, I won't change?
I don't think this will
Position?
change if you come and wave his booty right there. And in the same token, you still want to have fun later on the night with someone you didn't even.
That's what I'm saying. Why wait till tonight? Why don't you just come and wave your booty in front of me?
Ask like how you doing, because for us it starts from here.
Right.
You're not spending time with me. You didn't see me all day. I changed my
All
outfit.
of this is you.
I
You
did
keep saying
my-
you.
I did my hair. I did everything. You didn't even notice that I changed. And then in the nighttime, you want to now fling my thighs and make me do some reverse cowgirl nonsense. It's
That
not
is
gonna
exaggeration.
happen.
For the most
That
part, this
is
kind of
not
dudes,
going
they don't
to
even get missionary.
happen.
This kind of dudes don't even get missionary.
Yeah, and guess why
Much
they
less
don't?
flinging your ties.
Well,
Exaggerations all
guess
over the
why it
place.
doesn't happen? Because the pee is dried up.
Whose fault is that? Hey, they don't miss it.
The kind of person that doesn't have time for you.
That's his fault.
Everything adds up. Everything.
Are you listening, gentlemen? Are you
adds
listening?
up.
Everything is your fault.
It adds up. You cannot, if you want to have a great time in the nighttime, it starts from the morning. It starts from you already gingering me up.
In the morning, I'm busy trying to pay our bills.
I'm not a porn star. I don't do this for work, bro. I need to work myself there. Porn stars, they will smile and just fling their. It happens. Even porn stars in their marriage,
They have trouble.
they have issues.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
I've seen stories.
You know, that is work. I want to be treated like a
That's
woman.
terrible.
I want to
So
be
you give
treated- I
strangers
wanna be
all of
wined
this.
and-
You
No.
give strangers all of this
That
experience.
is a career, okay?
Strangers.
She's acting.
I don't care. You give strangers
That is
all of this.
acting. That is acting. When she doesn't like it, she has to act like she likes it because of the paycheck. So men need to understand you can't just come in the nighttime and try to put your ding dong into a woman without being connected. We love to be emotionally connected to our men.
Anyway, let me do mine. Since
Any
you've done
woman
this.
out there would agree with me.
Anyway.
Well, any feminine woman, let me say.
No, you're right. They will mostly agree with you.
Because
You
these
know.
days, some random
The only thing is that-
Big Michelle will come and tell you something else.
Right.
Like, yo.
So what should she do?
Oh my God. Girl.
Because
I
you've
don't know.
connected
I
with
feel
her pain
bad.
so much.
I have connected with
You
your
have
pain. I
you
can
have
feel
you have no advice for her.
I could feel you. All I feel is your pain. All I feel is your pain. But like you said, individual therapy is very needed. But in this situation, this is a situation of neglect.
Who's neglecting who?
The husband is neglecting the wife.
Okay.
In this aspect,
According to her, though.
According to
So
her.
we should talk about what she can do about it.
According to her. And in this time, she's very unattracted to him. So what I can say is that
Wait.
what are those
Why are we
things?
forgetting that he's not as attracted to her?
Either.
He just want to fuck. That's it.
You just want to
That doesn't like.
you just want to knock one off.
Let me give you ladies a news flash. A man would just want to knock one off is not necessarily attracted
love.
to you.
Yes, it's true.
I think we miss that when we're talking about these things.
Yes,
And it's only a matter of time before he seeks connection outside too.
this is true.
Most men that have side chicks don't do it because of sex. I'm talking about the permanent side chick, right? Not the one
It's
where
the
they just have sex.
connection.
It's the
Yeah.
connection,
It is the connection.
right? So while you could be correct, everything you said about him is your story. We believe you, right? The question is that what can you do about this situation?
I think one of the things that is so hard for us to do when we find ourselves in these situations is focusing on the positive the other person brings to you.
Yes.
Like reminding ourselves of those things
Right.
that made us fall in love with
Right.
Because then if we
And
are
the bare
reminded-
minimum that he's still doing.
Yeah, and if we remember that, we have empathy for them, and instead of reacting, we would want to find out what is going on, babe. How you doing today? What would you like for me to do for you?
Yep.
I think it's a matter of that, and things can, maybe not change 360, but come a little bit to your side.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I definitely would want to, for this kind of person, I want to emphasize on, because it's such a long a write-up that I want to emphasize for them the power that they have. Because they tend to, it's coming from a place that I'm powerless. That's when you say I lose patience. You lost patience. That's effectively releasing your power. One of the biggest power you can have in romantic relationship is your ability to have patience. Deliberately.
That is very true.
Intentionally. Because sometimes your partner is just not there.
What?
They're just another human being. They're just not there. Who knows? They may not even be able to explain what's going on until you go through the process, right? So, but you tend to want answers right away.
Right. Impatient.
Yeah. So, so definitely don't lose your patience because this is a marriage we're talking about, right? He explains that I'm never in the mood. Yes, he doesn't know any better. It's terrible. Like most husbands, they come into marriage exactly like that. They think
he's never in the mood.
He says she's never in the mood.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that's because he just wants to knock one off at night, and then of course she's not in the mood because the connection is not there.
There's no connection.
Right.
Yeah.
So so when he's playing video games, if he plays video games, I would definitely if he likes some leisure things, I would take some interest in that. And and again, you're going to do some things that's not conventional. Have a conversation, communication bullshit. You guys been talking and arguing.
Oh my God.
That's what you've been doing.
It's
time for seduction.
Yep.
How do you do that? You take some interest in some of the things he's interested in, right? You also, by yourself as an individual, engage therapy for your own good. Because if you're solid yourself, you tend to also attract love because everybody wants to be a part of that, including him. He will want to be a part of that. He'll be curious to what you're up to, right? But there's a good chance you'll be nagging. It's a good chance you'll be nagging about this. That creates a vicious cycle. It just gets worse.
Yeah.
Right? Because, but we should be intentional. We should be adult and communicate. Newsflash. When you're in a romantic relationship, all that goes out the window.
Oh, Lord.
Okay? Right? Because they also feel you should be that.
Yes.
So
we're both feeling the same way.
Cancels out. Okay? The only thing that happens that one person is not actively trying to seduce the other person. Right? He should also be doing that, but he's not the one talking right now. You're the one talking, right? You two, you're in a marriage. You two, you can engage that. And then you can teach him how you would like to be seduced, if that's a thing at all, if it's even necessary at all, because he may just take charge and actually feel terrible that he hasn't done it first and then take charge, right? But again, if it's like literally a bad person, toxic situation, because we like to talk like this, I'm married to a bad person. We like to do that. No, you're not married to a bad person, because if you are, that makes you a bad person.
What? You're preaching, babe.
Okay?
Because you attracted this bad person.
Yes, it's something about you that made it comfortable for bad to be around, right? So we're just going to ignore that? No. For the most part, maybe your situation is bad. There are some minorities like that. But it's a good chance.
I have heard certain things like, you don't understand this man. Sometimes they come into your life on purpose to destroy it. And I'm like,
right. Oh, no, if they say like that,
people.
If they say like that, should be, it's easy for me to know you're lying. They will say it in a way that it's not exactly like that, but it's exactly that. It's like, wait, but everything you just spelled out says this is a bad, terrible person. What about you? How did you find yourself in a situation with a bad, terrible person? They say it's indirect, all kind of indirect. So no one else points it out. I'm going to keep pointing it out, okay? The person you're married is highly likelihood is a good person who's doing bad stuff because they find themselves in a funk.
Yeah.
Okay? So we're going to treat it like that. I learned that actually in a different weird way from T.D. Jakes. It's wickedness versus weakness.
Yes.
Is this behavior coming out of a place of weakness or wickedness? If your mindset keep telling you wickedness, naturally you feel hungered and you want to get them back too, right? Yeah. That doesn't help anyone. But if you think of it as weakness, then you okay, you have some empathy there.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do something to help us both as a team out of this,
Funk.
out of the funk, right? So yes, definitely seduction. Yeah. Your wife, your husband doesn't desire, still your husband, you have power. Learn some seduction skills, okay?
Yeah.
Let's stop the cap. That could be going to the gym, that could be showing up, that could be smelling good, that could be how you talk to him, right? If you're combative, because for right reasons, maybe you're actually right, maybe he actually doesn't do what he's supposed to do. But if you're combative, the fact that you're right will go out the window.
Oh, it's not gonna help your situation.
He's going to respond back to your combativeness either by shutting down or running away from you. All right, it's a vicious cycle.